thank you for listening to this Belly Up Sports Podcast Network product. Some said we go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.
Call yourselves Title Town? Are you kidding me?
That's fraud.
It feels like a gray area.
Spoiler alert, Canada. Cup's coming back to the US of A.
There's way too much negative stigma attached to strippers.
I hate you guys so much.
My dog just shit his ass.
Hey, everybody, what is going on? It is Tuesday night. That means it is time for another edition of Craft Brewed Sports. I am Mike. With me, as always, is Scott. Scott, how you feeling today, man?
Holy, like Jimmy Garoppolo's foot. Just broken. Just broken.
That's
we are late starting the show by a few minutes once again because we were sitting here listening to the trials and tribulations of my black ass this holiday season. Good times. That's how well I'm doing. I gotta pick it up. We still got a show to do. Goddamn.
But your boys got the win. With
Brock Purdy for president, baby, and no Baker Mayfield. I am marked safe from Baker Mayfield, so that's two positives in 1 week.
First
so Super Bowl or bust, baby.
First comment before we went live was Robert saying maybe the Rams can beat the Bengals now. It's true. I was so glad that Baker Mayfield went to Los Angeles and not to the Ravens, because I was like, this is going to happen. They're going to replace Lamar with Baker Mayfield like that, because Lamar's hurt and he's going to be dinged up. They're going to bring in Mayfield, and the Bengals aren't going to be able to beat the Ravens, and I'm going to lose my damn mind because Baker Mayfield is going to keep the Bengals from the AFC North. Yeah, so that's how I'm feeling, man. Good to see you.
Let me come on over there and share some of my super good luck with you, and I guarantee you that'll be the outcome.
Yeah, you can keep it over there. Mookie, how you feeling, man?
I feel like we're all kind of on the same page here as I train my wife to train my dog, and I hear the Red Wings scored all over the home audio. Honestly, like, I think we're all missing out on an opportunity here, boys, because it sounds like we all could use just a little R&R. We need to unplug and recharge. So let's just hand this shit over and be mouthpieces for Matt and Robert hanging out in the comments. So Matt Barr welcoming everybody to the show. He's Matt, and he's always with him is Robert. Robert saying, of course,
we got a great show this week. And then following the show, let's get in these beers.
They're just hosting the show from the comment section. That works.
And Robert, would you talk about that? Yeah, see, so like we have
done... See, look, hey, the comment section, they get the show.
It's a trio of them here. It's one. Well played.
So we have finally achieved.
I love you guys. That actually cheered me right the hell up.
I've been striving all my life to get a job where I can create it so I don't even have to do my job anymore. Like, I always want to work myself out of a job because then I can get paid to not do anything. And here, lo and behold, the answer here all along was start a podcast. And that's how you lose your job.
Let the comment section run the podcast.
Yeah. So, fuck, we're all here. Caesar, I'm going to just tag you in now, too.
4 minutes late is Caesar.
From the dealership.
Oh,
and he's gone. And he's gone. It's like in South Park when there's like, we'll put the deposit in the account, transfer it over, and it's gone.
This is 2 weeks in a row that this man is going to come in just cursing at life because they can't keep a feed up.
But the best part is what he's experiencing right now, because our boy Caesar, I believe, is at the auto dealership trying to get a car or get his car, something with a car in a dealership, which we all know is code for you fucked. So hang in there, Caesar. You'll get through this, and it won't be your last time stuck at the dealership dealing with car shit. It sucks, but
I wanted to say when he was complaining about how long he was going to be there and just signing off on a Civic, I'm like, tell me you haven't bought a car that many times without telling me you haven't bought a car that many times.
Exactly.
Like, they will keep you there all day.
You need to take multiple vacation days. You need to have dinners lined up. You need to bring a sleeping bag. There is no way you're getting out of the
dealership. You need to have meals strategically planned.
Yep. Actually, I found the best move is to actually have rations shipped into you, right? You have the wife and the girlfriend like do a McDonald's flyby halfway through or something. Like I found that's probably your best bet.
Here's what I found. Here's what I found. When you get in there and they're like giving you all the numbers and they're like, okay, well, let's see if we can go back. Just sit down in one of the chairs and take your pants off. And magically, man, you are through the process. They are getting you out that door, baby. It's just quick, in and out.
Point of clarification, because I do believe this is important to your strategy there, Mike. What's underneath the pants? America Speedo. We're going as God made you.
We're going commando, baby, because that's how you get out even quicker. Is just raw dog.
Dicks out for vehicles,
right? And here's the benefit: either one, they're going to give you a car because, like Mike, they see what you're working with and they feel
you're going to get to go home in the back of a squad car.
Or, well, yeah. Sorry, Scott.
Either way, you shouldn't
try Berlan's strategy here, bud. You know, just
I'm not pulling my dick out anywhere where there's a bunch of old white guys. You fucking kidding me? You'll get shot. That's before the cops get there.
That presupposes that they're.
Whitey said he has a diaper on under the pants. Can you imagine just big old Whitey with a diaper on, just like, I'm waiting for my vehicle now.
But completely normal from the waist up too, right? Like, and Scott, I can't let you off. We have to go back to this. The way you phrased that made it sound like there is somewhere you'd whip your dick out. So I'm curious,
good question.
Where is your dick coming?
Good follow-up. Where
with
would
the
you
homies?
With the homies.
The only place, like, I don't want to whip it out around people that don't know me. That's going to end up in my death or imprisonment. But as long as I'm with a group of people that know and respect me, I pull my dick out around you.
So Mike, is that a
race card?
No.
Yeah,
No.
that's
I didn't say a damn thing about being black. I just said the whole like y'all are homies.
True. Unacceptable race card pool. I'm sorry. That's unacceptable.
And I'm just trying to catch up from the chat today. That shit was fire. This show is gonna suck ass because our
we've got a great show this week. We got a lot to get to. Like Gabe said earlier, happy Crosstown Shootout Week, everybody. It is officially Crosstown Shootout Week. And we don't even have that on the docket for tonight.
I was just gonna say that wasn't even in the rundown.
Didn't even make the top 20.
We got college football playoff talk. Heisman finalists are set. Scott might have caught up on Hard Knocks. We got to catch up on Hard Knocks because Scott didn't even get through his notes from last week. I want to talk Coach Prime and his just evisceration of Colorado and what he's doing there. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen a coach do. I think
evisceration or evolution.
No, evisceration. He went in there and told those kids they're all dog shit and they should leave. It was the
I'm sorry. Is it not a meritocracy in college athletics? What was the record this year, Mike?
I don't know. Bad.
Yeah. Well, so what's wrong with telling the truth?
Plus, Scott's all excited for some hot stove news. So we got baseball talk. Mookie's boys are eliminated, but there is a story out of the World Cup that I think even the most ardent soccer hater.
I don't know what you're talking about my boys. I'm pretty sure my boys is still alive, homie.
Who is it? I know who that is.
You know where Amsterdam is?
Oh.
Matt Barr coming in with another hot one.
Yeah. Speaking jive.
Mookie looks like the kind of guy that would hear homies and think Scott is speaking jive.
Whatever. Like all I'm going to say is, again, I wish there was a way to replay the text thread, but it's never going to hit the same as if you're reading a text thread of it.
Tons to get to tonight. Before we get to the show, let's get into these beers we're drinking tonight.
Jesus.
This is fantastic.
I hope I can keep that up and I can just keep throwing it to the comment section and just read them for the prompts. Scott, we are all doing our next BS brews from Sarah, the next crowler that she got us. These ones are all different though. So last week we all had the same beer. This one was bonus from Sarah. So Scott,
it's a 50-50 chance Mookie's drinking the wrong beer.
there's a way higher chance than that, Scott.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it 1 for 1?
What is in your mug, Scott, and what are you drinking?
I am drinking brief. What?
I don't know.
Yeah, what's in your mug and what are you drinking?
What's in your mug and what are you drinking? Who's your daddy and what does he do?
I'm drinking 3 Forks Oatmeal Stout, 5.25% out of Brewworks, as Mike mentioned. I mean, it's always stout season, but this is a smooth ass oatmeal stout. I like this bad boy right here. Not very boozy, which stouts usually are, so that's kind of nice. It's crushable.
I'm disappointed. So when Sarah brought these and was like, "Hey, you get first dibs," I saw the stout and I was like, "Oh, I really want to take this." But I figured you've laid claim to the stout corner. I couldn't steal it from you, but it sounds good, man.
I appreciate that. I'm definitely 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink with this one.
Awesome, Mookie. Which wrong beer did you grab for this week?
I'm pretty sure it's the Barren Plains Amber Ale.
Oh, you did get the right one.
Yeah, well, because technically there's only one Brewworks can left in the fridge.
Yes, that's true. I didn't think you would grab the Brewworks can. I thought for sure you were grabbing the wrong can altogether.
No, I mean, I honestly completely forgot about it till I went to grab my show beer tonight, and I was like, shit, did I drink that other thing this weekend? And I was like, no, we're good. There was a slight moment of panic, though, but yeah, sorry. It took so long to figure out what the fuck I was actually drinking. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to fuck it. Yeah, whatever. Like, this is a reliable place. Like, this is going up to Miami, Oxford. You're like, no matter what goes down, it's going to be a good time. I'll absolutely fuck this beer.
I'm disappointed you haven't even poured it into a mug because
I know it's in the mug, but there's foam, so.
Gotta let it.
Straight to the source. Yeah, this old reliable right here.
Fantastic. I'm drinking Bell's Hex, which is a Belgian strong. It's 8.9% because I did the
Why you didn't give it to Mookie?
Exactly. I would not give that to Mookie. I couldn't put the audience.
It's like giving a child a lighter.
It's better than having them take the lighter.
Sarah said that like people taste different things when they have this beer, and like somebody thought they were tasting tobacco the last time she talked to somebody about it. I'm getting banana flavor in this one, and it is it's so good. I would
That's
not have
nice.
8.9%. This one, I would.
Although if I was drinking it, it would be a pack of smokes. I'd be like, oh god, this tastes like fucking tobacco. This is fucking gross.
This tastes like a hillbilly's chaw can.
Right? Like, what the fuck kind of beer is this? But I'm glad you got bananas.
It's really good. It's a good brew. Highly recommend. We will see how this one holds up. I didn't even go. Oh shoot! Get the music back up here, Joe. I didn't get into the comments to see what everybody else was drinking. Gabe is having Slay All Day IPA, 7.5% ABV from Basket Brewing. I'd slay all day and all night.
Attaboy.
Robert said, I'm drinking my very last Untitled Art, 11.7%. Red Velvet Cake Pastry Stout, still top 5 beer all time. Beer Cave has 5 left and set it aside for him. Holy shit, man. Then he said he would fuck it with Scott's dick.
I'm out here catching strays for no reason. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I would fuck that beer.
I was trying to find the message from you. The other options that people taste with this beer are bubblegum and pear.
Ooh, that'd have been good.
Have you ever had a pear flavored beer?
No, I can't say that I have. But I have had banana flavored, and this one is very
banana low key. If you can do banana flavored beer right, it can be fucking fantastic. But it's a razor thin edge. Like, if you tip over, then it's just dog shit.
Banana bread beer for the win. Don't fuck with anything else.
Oh, banana bread beer. That was so good.
Banana bread. Oh, I just had that one.
It is one of my favorite beers of all time. The only problem is it's a 4.2. Like,
you gotta crush those all day long.
So it's not a good idea to order those at a work function, by the way, because 1, they're delicious. 2, they're 4.2%, and 3, everyone's gonna look at you weird when you order your 4th one in the hour, and you're like, I'm still like, chill.
That's not a good call.
Listen, boss, I'm still feeling feelings, and I don't like that. So I need another round of these banana bread.
Exactly, like
this whole knowing what's happening, it just doesn't work for me. Okay,
I'm not here at the Christmas party to actually give a shit about y'all.
Yeah, if you want me to keep pretending like I want to be here, it's after 5 and you're not paying me anymore. So let's go around again. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, let us know in the comments what you guys are drinking, whether or not you would bang it. Let's talk some football, boys. Scott, we were so close to it happening for you.
I
It was
know.
this close
I
to happening.
know.
As a matter of fact, everything went down how you hoped
Yes.
it would.
Yes,
It's
yes.
exactly what you thought.
It just came
USA
down to
would
the
do.
OWGs fucking me again. It never fails. Right in the
Now-
ass. I was like, look at them. They went with the bigger cash cow is what they did. Those
Well,
cowards.
No, you know what I think it was? I honestly think what did Alabama in was Nick Saban going on at halftime of the Big Ten championship and being like, this is why we deserve to make it in at 11-2. Like, and did you hear his reasoning? His reasoning was, well, if you look at the odds, if you put us up against any other team in the playoffs, who's going to be favored? And I was like, he stole our bit. That's the thing we've been doing all goddamn year. Nick Saban stole our bit. Are you kidding me?
Although the easy response to him is it's like, but yeah, Nick, you were also favored to win the games that you lost by quite a bit. So what's your statement for that? Like, I just also love the idea of remember when they were always undefeated and he's like, got to win the games in front of you. Just you win the games in front of you. You don't have this problem. Now my man is out here on his knees like, I mean, 2 losses. What are we talking about? Like, what's 2 losses amongst friends? We're Alabama, baby. You know, if we get in, we're gonna win. I mean, we might lose to Georgia, but like, we ain't gonna lose in the first round. You know, we're gonna be in that natty. Like, so, like, come on. Like, you're gonna put in Ohio State, and you know exactly what they're gonna do in the first round. Take it on the fucking chin like they always do. Come on, you know you want to send.
I so badly wish we could kind of bring back the Scott does hockey, but I want him to just start cold interviewing coaches. Like, we let Scott ask the questions and then we cut in a clip from a coach, you know, be it what's his name that was feeling good, real good. Or I would love to see Scott go back and forth with Nick Saban in that interview, because you nailed it on the fucking head, man. I'm a little shocked that they still did him like that, though, because with TCU losing, I thought that was their ticket out the door and they were going to be all good. They're like, USC lost, TCU lost, perfect, we're good. Alabama, Ohio State, and those 2 other chuckleheads, whatever, we're good. Like, I'm shocked they kept him out.
I thought for sure they were
100%.
When TCU lost, and granted, it was in overtime and it was a close game, but I thought for
Didn't
sure
matter.
going to be
Didn't
like,
matter.
nope, sorry, not a good strength.
Any loss.
Schedule. We got to put
Yep.
Alabama in. They run that meat grinder of the SEC, and they're lost only by like
It was on a tee.
Yeah,
It was
right
the
there for 'em.
you know what? Seriously, it was probably the easiest call that people would have actually talked themselves into of all the times there's been like a way for them to like kind of screw it up and go with the wrong team, and it's clear it's just for fucking money. This time they could actually make the fucking argument, and they chose to go the other way. Go figure.
Yeah, even Tennessee fans that were like, well, we also have 2 losses and we beat Alabama, so you can't put them in. Even they would have been like, no, you know what? Our losses were pretty worse. So yeah,
right.
Go ahead.
They 100% would have done it. Like, everybody would have just accepted it. It was like, yeah, you know, it's death taxes Alabama in the fucking playoffs. Like, what are we trying to do here?
Sarah said, Saban said you have to look at how teams were playing at this time of year, except they weren't playing. Alabama was not playing at that specific time of the year. And Robert making a great point. Can we just fast forward to Georgia winning this thing?
Yes.
So Michigan fans can be whiny again.
That's
That's
really what's going to happen.
Look, I did a show with Tank over the weekend. We recorded one of Tank's podcast episodes, What You Into, and we talked.
I need to listen to that.
It hasn't released yet.
Okay, cool.
Like,
I
it's
thought it
not
was
trying to play
releasing
the
on
good
Monday.
buddy. Like, oh man,
No,
shit,
no,
I
no,
listened
no,
to
no,
it
no.
yet. And I'm just like, eh.
Oh no,
That
get
was
the
a
fuck
thing?
out of here. I was totally going to
Tank
listen
show
to
is
it and do the haters guide like Mike did to us when we were on there. So I was only going to listen to it so that I could catch him on some bullshit like he taught us.
My apologies
your
for
flowers in that episode, so you'll be very happy to hear within the first couple minutes. I gave you guys props for that episode, so fuck you two both. All right,
Right, look at that, Scott. We're already up 1 on him. Team Betty.
But I said on Tank's show that little spoiler alert. I said the only game that poses any type of potential for an upset, I think, is that TCU Michigan game. I think that's the only one where TCU could sneak by just due to the injuries that Michigan's dealing with right now. I just feel like they could get caught slipping.
And they're expected to
Big
win.
Ten, really? Like, it's the Big Ten. Are they really that good? Is Michigan really that good of a team? I have no idea. So I think TCU could beat them. I think Georgia is going to beat the shit out of Ohio State.
They are.
Yeah.
Ugly. And then you're going to have Georgia just easing into the championship, like easily. It's not even going to be close. This might be the worst. The playoffs,
they might be really bad.
This could be the worst playoffs, but previously we've always had blowouts in the semifinals and then a really close championship game. This might be the first time it's reversed, where we have close semifinal games and just a complete blowout in the national championship that everybody's like, this is done at halftime. What the fuck? This is
yeah, and Michigan fans, but Michigan fans are going to resign themselves to, well, at least Ohio State didn't get here this time. Like, at least it was us that got fucked up by the SEC this time. So yeah, baby, we won the game, and we made it so they couldn't get to this game. So fuck them. Woo! They're going to totally be the third place meme, spraying themselves in the face of champagne.
How dare the committee screw us over though, and not give us an entire month of Ohio State versus Michigan shit talk leading up to the semifinals. What a missed opportunity to hear those two fan bases bicker for an entire month. It would have been fantastic. People would have died. There's people that would have died.
It was genius though, because now there's a path to neither one of them is in the title game. So you know what I mean? So it's like by dividing them, they can both lose, and then they're continuing to be irrelevant.
This does have the feelings of that year when Ohio State and Michigan were like up at the top going into the game, and then they played really close, and everybody was like, you should just put them both in the national championship game. And Ohio State got blown out by Florida. Michigan went to the Rose Bowl and got blown out. That's what this feels like going into this playoffs. By the way, Ed saying, we making any wagers on Crosstown, Mike? Yeah, send me some ideas, because I would totally put a wager in on the Crosstown shootout with you, Ed. Ed, clearly a big UC fan, and obviously the entire show. Maybe we should do a show versus show bet, because Pardon the Punctuation is very UC heavy. Guys, are you in with doing an entire show bet against Pardon the Punctuation on the shootout?
Yes.
Well, since it's only going to be me and Scott paying it up, like if he's in, I'm in.
Very rude.
Well, if you make good on your debts there, Mike, maybe I'd have a different statement. It can't be shaving eyebrows, because I actually got in trouble for that this last week. The first time ever I got taken to task for the dumb shit I say on here was when I told my wife I bet shaving my eyebrows. And it wasn't even that I was going to shave my pubes and tape them my eyebrows if both USC
you didn't even get to that part.
It was no, she didn't give two shits about that. She's like, you don't understand. Those things may never grow back. Like, it was that aspect of it that was the most upsetting. So as long as it's not that, yeah, I'm in.
Scott, there's the drop from Tank. Cheap plug. He'll be dropping the Home Games episode this Sunday. So yeah, check that out. What you
doesn't
into?
Even put like a handle or anything.
This week's episode, Tank had a comedian on and they were talking like 90s.
I thought you gave that up.
Pop punk.
I was just gonna say, I was like, wait a minute, I thought you were the comedian on the show. He had you and another bitch?
Like a real comedian?
This week's episode, the one that dropped, this week's episode of What You Into.
This week. I thought you meant when you recorded it. Like, damn.
Wait,
dude.
This week's episode, is this like one of those 12-team playoff situations? Is this another one of those things?
Mookie's about to 12-team playoff this situation.
Hey, you said this week's, but you were on.
Let's do the updated look. Let's do the updated Mookie doesn't understand what's going on college 12-team playoff look.
Yeah, if you want to give me like 10 minutes, we could do that updated look, because somebody forgot to update that.
But this is it finally. This is finally the time. Wow.
I was gonna say we made it to the final week where everything's set.
Wow.
And it didn't do it.
Did you do the wise guys odds? You motherfucker. You only had to get 4 teams. The piece of shit. God damn it. Okay, you don't even have the
Move this man. Move this man. Move this man.
We're making history tonight on the show, folks. Earlier, it was the first trifecta air horn, and now we have our first triple boo.
No, there's been
Congratulations.
more than one trifecta air horn. We've had quite a few trifecta air horns.
But well, a three-way. Oh, sorry.
I don't know if we've had a
Three-way?
free booer though. I don't even know if Mike deserved the 3 boos, but that shit was funny as hell.
He did. Come on now, because it was 2 things. The wise guys.
No, but again, for 100% sure, it is fucking hysterical that the week that things would finally be actually set and there'd be no confusion on your end, he didn't do it. Like, you can't make that shit up.
And since I know our employers clearly don't watch this show, I saw y'all motherfuckers texting back over the course of like 6 hours today. So it's not like
I'm not going to give him too much shit
because
I'm not going to give him too much shit. I mean, how many graphics did you make for the show this week? None? Same
That's
as
not
me?
my job.
Okay, cool.
That's not my job.
Mookie, you handle the camera switching. I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to get this right now.
I almost kind of want to just
me while I'm doing.
No, but I was going to say I almost kind of just want to have it on you so we can see your face continually get redder and redder. Like it's going to be brilliant.
You guys want to talk about those Heisman finalists? Well,
Scott, what are your opinions? Because Robert Taylor's over here saying this is why him and Matt are taking over. I couldn't agree more. Tyson chiming in and saying that's pretty par for the course for this show, though.
It is.
And then the best part is Sarah summing it up perfectly that hopefully will show up on Monday Night Football next week. Because, Mike, you had one job. You had one job. But it's okay. Scott's going to take us through these Heisman finalists. Do we care? Does anyone really care, honestly?
Seriously, this is another one of those years. Like, I know Caesar earlier in the chat said that this is a fraud award, the Heisman, but is it becoming more and more irrelevant each year? Like, I can't remember when it actually mattered.
Now, this is, I know this is not going to curry a lot of favor, but like to me, the transfer portal has made this less meaningful. I think teams get spun up and built very quickly to try to win, kind of like you saw with Texas A&M not working out so well. The whole Lincoln Riley, Caleb Williams thing was manufactured. I'm not saying that's bad for the game. I'm just saying it doesn't hit the same. It's not as hard. Like back in the day, like 6 years ago, you would have to go into a program, work well enough, and hope that the program around you was good enough that if you were balls out, it was worth it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to outshine the Alabamas, the Georgias, et cetera, as the world. So, yeah, I kind of think it's starting to fade in importance because we already know what the draft board is, regardless of what the Heisman outcome is.
No, I tell you what I think it is a little bit more of is like a lot of those Heisman trophy winners were like running backs who put up gaudy numbers, and the way the game is played now, like these running backs don't do that anymore. Like there aren't these running backs who just run for 1 billion yards. And I mean, unless you have like obviously the quarterbacks who go nuts each year, but I'm like, when you have the fucking Dante Foreman's fucking wide receivers winning it and shit, it's just so like
who cares?
All right.
So I couldn't help
Guys,
it.
I got
you did because I dropped it a couple times because you could just see you furiously skating back and forth between the screens. I wanted to say something.
Like you were working real hard.
I did work very hard, and I'm very glad I did this. Thank you guys for making me do it because
I mean that was pretty quick. I got to give you props, bro. Like,
well, there was only the teams stayed the same. There was just shifting a lot in some of the
didn't Tulane fall off the board? Oh no,
Tulane
won.
They won. They won their conference championship.
Okay,
they are the highest ranked group of 5 champions, so they make the playoffs as the 12 seed. So here's the if we had a 12-team playoff this year, it would be Georgia, Michigan, TCU, and Utah as your top 4 seeds. Ohio State hosts Tulane in the opening round. Alabama hosts Kansas State in the opening round. And then Tennessee and Clemson they'll play each other, which is interesting because they have a bowl game against each other. So there's a little preview of what would have been.
Caesar just chimed in that he got that Honda Civic.
Good job, Caesar.
Something else to go along with your crippling college debt. Automobile debt expenses.
USC. So the biggest jumps was Utah was slated last week at number 11. They jumped up to number 4 after beating USC, and USC drops from 4 to 8 to play Penn State in the opening round. So looking at this, guys, as we look at the teams and how they go, we end up with Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, and TCU. Congratulations, we got it right. We got it right with the 4-team playoff.
I'm so confused.
Well, you son of a bitch.
Well, no, but this isn't how it is. It's Ohio State is the 4.
No, Ohio State is not the conference champion. They are not a 4.
Oh, wait a minute. So now we're just switching. We're just moving numbers around about the championships and whatnot.
The rules
I just feel
are-
like this is the argument that Saban should have used. Hey guys, when we go to 12 next year, we'd be fucking in. So just put us in. And you know we're gonna end up in the Final Four then. Like this is the argument he should have used.
That would have been brilliant, man. Honestly,
yeah, that's the only one I see. I guess Bama would likely beat TCU.
Yeah, Bama. It would be Bama, Michigan on that side of the bracket.
Yeah. So it's the teams that we thought were going to be in it was going
to make it even funnier, it would actually end up Bama Clemson on that side. You're like, how the fuck did we got Clemson in here? God damn.
how did they hop over to the other side of the board? That's impressive.
Like pretty famous for finishing quickly, so I've heard.
Hey, if you're fast, maybe your swimmers are fast. Like nothing wrong with that, right?
It's a race and I win every time.
There
So
you
there you
go.
go. There's your 12-team playoff. The Wise Guys board, I did tweet it out on Sunday, and I think that's what threw me off was I did it on Sunday rather than on Monday like I normally do. But the odds on Sunday, Alabama was the 5th best odds, so they were out on the DraftKings Wise Guys board, and it was Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, and TCU at 4. So Ohio State actually has better odds than TCU to win the whole thing, but it's probably gonna be Georgia.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, but let's just admit now, Georgia went in back to back. Congrats, Kirby.
Can you imagine this though? Hold on, Mike. Put the thing back up, the bracket. So let's say this all plays out the way it does today, and I'm assuming schedules are probably still fairly similar. We're still gonna have probably a 3-week break between the end of the conference championship games and then when this kicks off. Could you imagine conference championships play out? They release the bracket, and then all of a sudden you hear some quarterback from some school that's like clearly not in the brackets. Like, oh, by the way, I'm entering the transfer portal. I'm going to Tennessee. I'll be there in a week.
I don't think that's allowed.
Yeah, but dude, that'd be
I
so
was just
cool.
gonna say, I don't think you can do that.
Chaos.
They close that loophole
Why
before
not?
it's over.
I'm all for the transfer portal, but that's crazy talk right there. What you're just saying, like
Get out of here.
you can't be getting traded mid-season.
It's not like a teleportation unit. Like you're not just like you can't just after a game decide, you know what, I'm done with this squad. I'm going somewhere else.
Wait a minute. So you're saying this
mid-season?
isn't like the
How
Xbox
it works.
game portal? This is a different kind of portal.
Yeah, exactly. Let me ask you guys this question. I do have a question
Real quick
about
before we move on the idea of the transfer portal. I'm laughing my ass off that the Ohio State wide receiver was like, I don't give a shit that we made the playoffs. I think we're gonna lose. I'm declaring for the NFL, so I'm out. I'm not even playing in this.
To be fair, he's hurt, and the doctor said he wasn't going to be able to make it back. So he was like, "All right."
Wait, who is this? Which guy is this?
What's his name? They're like
The
big-
likely top 10 pick, fucker.
The ones that's not that good, that hasn't been playing all year.
yes, the one that's been hurt like all year long.
Yeah, the third string guy. You mean?
Let me ask this question to you because the one thing that is interesting about this playoff, that USC Utah game, that Pac-12 championship, both of those teams were pretty squarely in the playoffs. Like Utah likely could have fallen out, but depending on how everything else shook up, they could have still stayed in the playoffs. So they were fighting for their life. But USC was very clearly like, we're going to be in the playoffs, even if we lose to Utah in this Pac-12 championship. If you're USC in that situation, do you want the first round bye or do you want the home game in the opening round? Because in a way, I'm kind of like, actually, I'd be okay having a tune-up game at home before I have to go.
Oh, no, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear any of this fucking bullshit. Okay, no. In our Notre Dame fans chat, our Jolly Assholes chat, all fucking week long, Sherman Tim are going on and on about how Notre Dame's got to join a conference because otherwise they're going to have to win 3 games and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just sitting over here going, whatever, 3 games, 2 games, who cares? We're never going to win more than 1 game anyways. So, like, what are you guys talking about? And now all of a sudden you come on here and you flip-flop worser than any of them liberal Democrats that do it all the time for a living and give me that line.
How dare you? How dare you bring receipts into this and take an off-air conversation to prove me wrong? I'm furious with you, Mookie. Thank you, Matt Barr, with the transition here for us out of the 12-team playoffs.
Yeah.
On to Prime being the worst Colorado shooting since Columbine.
Oh, God.
Deion Sanders named the coach at Colorado. Scott, did you see him addressing his team for the first time this week?
I
Please tell me
did.
you saw the video.
I absolutely did.
Mookie,
My man
did you
had
see
Zoom
Zoom?
calls streamed in live in that shit.
Oh
my
no,
God.
I'm talking about when he showed up on campus, met with the team.
Oh, and with the team and
Meeting room.
talked about the Tarzans and Janes and you
he-
motherfuckers better hit that door.
He comes in and says to the players that are still there, now listen, some of these positions are already set because I'm bringing my luggage with me.
And it's Louis. Prime is prime, baby. He always got prime. But I gotta say, I mean, wasn't this the first team that we heard for like that you could possibly go to? It was like he came out and said, like, I've been in contact with Colorado. And the whole time I thought, there's no fucking way he's going to Colorado. Like, why in the fuck would he go to Colorado? Like, why not just wait? Like, or just take any old fucking like big time program job? Because there's got to be a better program than fucking Colorado that had offers out there. Right?
There weren't many offers out for him this time around. It was rumored that it was Colorado, USF, and Cincinnati were the three schools that were looking at Prime.
There was no way he was fucking coming here.
He wasn't going to Cincinnati. He wasn't going to USF. Those aren't big enough programs. So at least this gets him in the door in the Pac-12. But here's what kind of rubbed me the wrong way about Prime. Like, everybody's dogging on him for leaving the HBCU. And like, he was the one earlier this year that was like, I'm SWAC, baby. I'm SWAC. And now he's leaving the SWAC and he's not SWAC anymore. And now he's Pac. Like this dude has been all about the HBCUs. He's done a great thing for Jackson State. He brought them back to a prominent position. And when he left, he said, I don't need the money. I'm doing this for my assistants because my assistants can get paid way more at Colorado than they can at Jackson State. And that sounds great. That's a very noble thing. Good for you, Dion. Here's the problem. He brought in Kent State's head coach as his offensive coordinator. And the rumor is he's bringing Mike Zimmer as his defensive coordinator. He's not even bringing the same fucking assistants. Like, what the shit, Prime? You can't sit there and say you're doing this to get your assistants more money and then bring in all new assistants. What are we doing, man?
Your problem is you actually believed when Prime said that he was worried about the motherfuckers, because Prime is only worried about Prime. Like, as soon as he would say some shit like that, I'd be like, this motherfucker right here is lying. And I mean, I knew he wasn't going to stay at the historically black college forever. I knew that for sure. I just didn't think his first move out of there would have been to Colorado. Like,
that's the problem.
It seems just so weird.
It's a terrible spot. It's a terrible spot.
I mean, it'll be fine because he's gonna get all these kids to just transfer in there, and he'll be fine there. But it's just an odd. There's nothing there. There's no tradition.
No. But see, it's more than that, Scott, and that's why he hired these new assistants, because like now he's going to actually have to try to win. Like at JSU, he was able to get these 5-star, 4-star recruits in there, and they just beat the shit out of all these other teams because they could out talent them. Now, even if he is getting all these 5-stars, it's going to be a closer gap between his team and the rest on the talent on the field. So he's got to figure out how to actually compete in the Big 12.
Yes, it'll be a closer gap, but let's not act like he's coaching in the SEC, guys. He's coaching in the Pac-12.
For sure.
It's going to be him.
He's still going to run roughshod.
It's going to be him versus USC like every year. Like that's
every year.
Guys, are you
honestly,
serious?
Look at what Gabe said. Gabe said they ranked 129th and worse in the rankings. There's 131 team. If he gets bowl eligible, it's an amazing turnaround, and people are going to be chomping at the bit to get Prime. Like, to turn that team into a 6-6 team, people are going to lose their minds about what a coaching genius he is to be able to do that at Colorado. The bar, this is a good step for him because the bar is low. He's not coming into an Auburn where they're expecting a national championship. They're just like, we just want to go to the Holiday Bowl. Like, can we go somewhere? We'll take the Boise Bowl. Like, just send us somewhere after the season. Like, let people watch a Colorado game for once. We just want 1 week where we're not the 12 p.m. game, where it's a 9 a.m. start time here. Just something, please, dear God. That's all they're looking for. They don't even have to pay them.
I totally get why Colorado did it. I mean, it's a no-brainer for Colorado. It just seems like an odd fit for Prime. Like,
because it's low pressure right now. It's low.
No, that's fine. But I mean, I'd also accept that he's just like shit. Weed is just rampant there. Like I'll just go there and coach and get high as fuck. Like I'd be like, you know what? Totally get it. That makes sense.
He already named his son the starting quarterback.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yes, I saw that.
And he pulled some other kid's offer. Like some other kid like FaceTimed with the staff, and Prime was like, "Yeah, we don't have a spot for you. Sorry, we're pulling that offer."
I do love the cutthroatness of this. This ain't show friends. This is showtime, baby. Like I'm bringing in my guys, and if your ass ain't better than them, you already know you ain't playing. So
I still think that's a problem. Like all of that stuff can be true, but then at least go to Colorado State. I mean, at least their color scheme's better. He can do something with that. But Colorado, just oh god, the Buffaloes, shit's weak.
Bringing him back to glory, baby. We got some.
When was there ever glory there? Even in Cordell Stewart's days, it was.
Didn't they win a national championship in the 90s? Like
Probably
I'm pretty sure Colorado has a more recent national championship than Notre Dame does. Like I think that's just a fact.
Oh, you shut the fuck up right now.
I don't know that for sure, but I am pretty sure that is the fact, right, Mookie? Can you look that up for me?
I'm Googling. I'm banging stuff and Googling. I'd bang this stuff.
While he's googling, should we do Hard Knocks or?
Yeah, go ahead and drop some Hard Knocks on us, Scott. We're like halfway through episode 2. Is that right?
Yeah, we were halfway through episode 2 on the last thing. Although I kind of skipped a couple.
Scott is hate watching division rival Arizona Cardinals on Hard Knocks this in season. It is hard to watch. It's boring as shit. But Scott's doing it just to hate on him. Go ahead, Scott, when you're ready.
I think the last one I read was this black rookie is rocking a Kiss tee. I already like him. Hit that race card again, Mike. Lacitus. I want to meet a white Lacitus someday. Yep, race card again. I don't think it was a coincidence that they show Lacitus holding 2 helmets after Donald's dual-wield situation at practice here in Cincy. Well played, HBO. Speaking of Cincy, Super Bowl highlights.
Son of a bitch.
Huh?
We lost Scott. Did we lose Scott midway through? He froze.
Yeah, it would seem so.
Midway through. Damn.
Well, don't worry. I can save this. I can vamp. Colorado has 0 national championships. They just have a fraudulent one in 1990 that involves some kind of situation with Notre Dame. We don't have to talk about that, though. So they clearly were never actually national titles.
Okay, so
Champions.
You say Colorado has no national championship.
0.
The one they won was over Notre Dame.
Correct.
Okay, just checking.
They also say they claimed it. So again, it was one of those weird poll situations where it was a split, whatever, majigger. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna text Scott.
They tied against Tennessee.
Okay, but
sorry, they had a tie in the season, and then they tied in the polls or some shit. I don't know. Why is this so fucking confusing? Wikipedia. Who they tie with?
Well, you're figuring all that out. I want to laugh at UC fans for a second.
Oh, we should always.
It is Crosstown Shootout Week, so it's good to laugh at them a little bit because UC fans thought Coach Prime was coming to UC. They wanted it so bad. They were convinced that Coach Prime was coming to UC because he put up something on his Instagram story that had like somebody from a UC game wearing a shirt for Coach Prime. That's like, there's a lot of zeros in that check. So they were convinced that he was coming and he did not. And instead they hired Louisville's coach, Scott Satterfield. How down bad are you if you're like, we want Coach Prime, and then you get dogged by Coach Prime and you settle for Louisville's coach, Scott Satterfield?
Yeah, it's gonna we're entering Tommy Tuberville territory again very clearly. Like this is bad, dude. Like well, the other part is it seemed like it happened really fast too. Like I don't know if there was something that was forcing him to move that quickly, but I feel like they could have done better. You know, they're bound for the Big 12, which is also irrelevant, but still, it's a bigger name.
Shout out Caesar.
Proof, and he's gonna be like, SEC, whatever. SEC. Yeah. So I don't know. It's weird, and I think it's gonna end up being a bad hire.
I think so too. I think it's about time UC strikes out on a hire because they've had a good run since Tommy Tuberville. So they're due for a letdown here. And I feel like anything after what Fickle has done for the program is going to be a letdown. So it's going to be tough for that program, especially going into the Big 12. But here's the funny thing about it. UC plays Louisville in the Fenway Bowl. And because it's at Fenway Park, the way the field is oriented, the teams might have to be on the same sideline. Like it's one of those weird setups. You might have UC's new coach standing next to his old team on the sidelines of the Fenway Bowl. I want him to just coach both teams in the bowl game.
I mean, right? Isn't that one thing where the coach takes the whistle and goes, I'm just all-time offensive coordinator. You know what I mean? It's like one of those.
Put him out on the field to call plays behind the huddle.
Right, exactly. All right, so I've done some digging because Gabe is also in here spewing the false truths about the Colorado national title. They did not finish first in the coaches poll, but did in the AP poll. Georgia Tech was first in the coaches poll, and I believe second in the AP. So it's a split national title, therefore... No.
Oh, careful.
No credit. Zero credit.
Careful, Mookie. I care about you. Careful. Don't say split national titles don't count because I haven't gone back to verify just how many of Notre Dame's were actually unanimous.
So
for throwing that out there. But Biscuit also, the Georgia Tech fan was on that and said Georgia Tech won the national championship over Colorado by 1 vote.
There you go. See, perfect. Colorado, no national titles. I'm right. Also, Notre Dame's never had a split national title because there's the coaches, AP, and then God. So we're covered, right? So there's that. So split national titles are not national titles. And Alabama can suck it all they want, but you can't claim made up things. Unless you're running for U.S. president.
Biscuit with a great idea here in the chat. HBO should do a college version of Hard Knocks in Colorado. Don't be surprised if they aren't already, because I know Coach Prime is like tied into Barstool Sports and he's done stuff with them. So it's very possible. Hey,
for
Scott,
goddamn college fucking sakes, man. Jesus Christ.
Isn't that just called Last Chance U, Mike?
It is called Last Chance U, but
is that coming back ever?
No, they're done with it. They went to the basketball Last Chance U and then bailed on.
I never watched that.
I never even did finish watching the basketball. When I watched the first episode, it was really good, and then I never watched anything else.
The basketball one has one of the greatest lines in Last Chance U history because the coach is in the locker room talking to his team, and he's like, "You are a bunch of African-American males and Mark," and he points to the one white man. This line in Last Chance U history. It's worth the entire series just for that one line.
All right, can we go back to the?
Yeah, we could go back.
No, you missed your moment. You ruined it. You blew the wad, man. We're blue balled now.
Let's reset. Scott is watching Hard Knocks. Division rival Arizona Cardinals. He's hate watching this terrible series in season. Scott, Gators got to Hard Knocks. Go.
Anyway, speaking of Cincy, Super Bowl highlights. LOL. That lineman thinks that he just said the most profound thing ever with that diamonds analogy. Like we haven't heard that 1 million times, dude. Go fucking lay down. Hashtag NFL cares. NFL coaches and bullying their players. Name a more iconic duo. This dude really harassing his guy over popcorn. Wow. Oh, great. A wife. Here we go with this bullshit. Jesus fucking Christ, can someone get JJ some oxygen? This motherfucker is hard breathing every time he's on screen, except for when he's sitting down. All pro linemen, walking dogs, winded. Fuck out of here. I'm going to do Mike's impression of Carr crying, but insert that here for JJ. Oh, I guess his heart thing is why he was having trouble breathing. Whatever, rub some dirt on it, meat. It's Rams week. This fat fuck stays in a tracksuit. No, it doesn't feel like the Red River rivalry game. This is Rams versus Cards in goddamn October, you dummy. Cliff's beard makes him look like a bigger tool. Robbie Anderson looks
Wait,
high.
hold on. I second that. Cliff looks like shit this season.
He looks
He's
terrible.
Shit.
rough. Like, remember when Cliff was supposed to be one of the hot coaches in the NFL? He looks like dog
He looks
shit.
haggard.
He is
Like
he
his
is,
bitch breaking up with him broke him.
Yeah, he's going through it. His socks and no socks and loafers and short pants look with his face like it is. I'm like, bro, this doesn't match anymore.
And you can tell he sees the writing on the wall with the way the season's going. Like every speech he gives is so half-ass. It's like, all right, guys, we just got to stay together. Just keep pushing. That was rough out there, but we just got to keep pushing through.
Guys, we're
If we stay
in
together,
it
we'll
right
do it.
now. We're in it. We got to get through it. Okay, that's what we got to do. We're just gonna get through it because we're in it, and then we're gonna be through it, and then we'll be back. Okay, here we go. Let's go. All right, sorry, Scott.
Robbie Anderson looks high as fuck at all times. I'd hang with him. Hire Cliff. Hire Jefferson. Legend. Sitting at the Super Bowl. Daughter-in-law goes into labor. Hey, your wife. You need to leave and go with her. I'm going to stay here at the Super Bowl instead.
Yes, pause for a second. Arizona Cardinals wide receivers coach. His kid plays for the Rams. So at the Super
He's the
Bowl,
associate head coach, too.
Is he the associate head coach? Okay.
Jefferson, yeah.
His son was playing in the Super Bowl, and for those of you that know the story, his wife went into labor like during the Super Bowl, and the dude gets a touchdown pass at the end of the game. It's instead of celebrating with his team, he says to his other kids, "Mommy's having our brother. We got to go to the hospital like right now." Dad sat through the whole game. He was like, "Take this bitch, get her out of my way. I'm trying to watch my son in the Super Bowl." Just kicked her ass out of the row and sat there and watched the rest of the game.
He told his wife, "You got to handle that. I'm going to stay here and support our son. I'll see you."
Well, he's clearly the one who's made it. Like, you got to invest in the right one. Like, that kid ain't proven shit yet, you know? Welcome to the real world, motherfucker. Like, it's time he learned. Makes all the sense in the world to me.
That was gold. Also, before you continue, Scott, Jared said running late, but had to get on to hear my dude Scott shit on the Cards and HBO harder. Kyler on his new coach's play calling, and Robbie Anderson to his fantasy owners. All right, Scott, continue.
What an attention seeker Van Jefferson's wife is, giving birth during the fucking Super Bowl. So selfish. He's a fucking baby. Of course he doesn't feel like talking. You're lucky you're black, Jefferson, or I couldn't vouch for your head coach status. Hit that race card. I didn't fucking
Race card.
I didn't fucking sign up to watch this fat fuck's son playing high school football. This is hard now. Fuck these kids.
Fuck these kids.
When you release, go take the hat off. Now that's some good advice, Kyler. Always take the hat off after you release and throw it in the trash. Wait, what? Buda Baker sounds like Kevin.
He doesn't get it.
I think I like half heard it. I was reading something else, and then I heard, was someone jizzing in bowls again?
Kind of, sort of.
Sorry.
Buda Baker sounds like Kevin fucking Hart. I can't unhear it now either. Oh, Fatty in a regular suit. I guess it's Rams week. I'm not going to hate on Mama Jefferson. I am not going to going to hate on Mama Jefferson.
Yeah, you are.
LOL, Cards got tuck ruled. Even if it got reversed, good to know that the players and personnel think that the rule is just fucking stupid. Hey, it's Bengals legend AJ Green.
Son of a bitch.
NFL refs and apologizing for blowing a call. Name a more iconic duo. I'm not going to make fun of Mama Jefferson. No look fist bump by the owner and GM. How many times did their white asses practice that before the cameras showed up? Race card me.
Race card.
Gotta have some balls indeed, Cliff. That's why they're firing you at the end of this season. God damn it, Mama Jefferson.
Just make it hard.
Blake Shelton is a Cardinals fan. I knew I hated these motherfuckers for more than just being in the same division as the Niners. Rams side note, fire McVay, hire Raheem Morris. Race card me.
Race card.
I hate
blocking
this
got a
offensive.
I was blocking the porn spam that was coming in.
Why? We've been over this. There's no
Oh,
links.
right.
It's
Finding
fine.
love on the best dating sites. I had to block the user side.
I hate this offensive line coach. I can't wait to watch the episode after tonight's game where my boys smack him in the mouth. Speaking of which, knowing the offensive line coach gets fired before watching this episode makes it that much better. Fuck that guy. Well, Colts, we don't use the R word around here. Jesus, man. Let's have fun. Shut the fuck up, Cliff. You're gonna get high.
We're in it.
LOL. Niners highlights. Just keep them coming, boys. How does it feel to be back out there? Was he just supposed to say, is it terrible? I wish I wasn't here? Like, what the fuck is he going to answer there? Stop showing this man's burnt ass feet. I'd rather see Joe's
Pause.
ass
Hold
feet.
on. We gotta stop. We gotta stop the whole segment right there. Hang on, because goddamn, the dude's a cornerback, right?
Yes.
DB. Yeah, he's a DB for the Cardinals. He burned a big portion of his body with hot oil, and he reenacted it on the show where he's like, I was carrying the pot like this, and it's splashed up and it's landed all over me. And then they showed pictures of the dude with the skin burn off his feet, and he's like, all I could think of was, there goes my career. And I'm like, all I could think of is, this is fucking disgusting. Please take this off my TV. It was the grossest. Yes, Mookie, that's exactly how I was watching this.
That's
just lean back in my chair.
Like,
Awful. It was awful.
almost as awful as Tyson's take when he says Scott calling for race cards, : way to make a bad segment longer. Fuck you, Tyson.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just because you don't watch Hard Knocks. That's your fault, goddammit.
Tyson also said, I think this segment needs to be retooled.
I think your face needs to be retooled, Tyson.
Rude. Shout out to Central Sounds. What's up? They said, hey, you buttheads. Thank you.
Hi. Clearly they know us.
Ryan chiming in too. Hey, you guys, I made it. A thirst trap is in the chat. Oh, no. Scott, I'm sorry. Sarah hit you with the moving on.
Oh, damn.
No, I think that was about the oil burns.
About the oil? Okay, moving on. About the oil.
Okay. Yeah. We're going to say that's what it's for.
Okay. All right.
Okay, it is time to move.
That was very rude. How far are you?
She's
right
no
now?
Tyson. Come on.
I'm running through these. We'll get there. I'm close.
Sit tight, Tyson. You got nothing better to do.
You know,
with your time.
for Tyson, I'll stop calling for race cards. You just know when they
fair
come.
enough.
7 years to get one interception. This guy sucks. White reporters,
He was burnt. Half of his body
white
was burnt.
reporters asking the Hispanic player what they should say in Mexico. Fucking cringe. A patronizing run out of the tunnel. That's cute. Something tells me Cliff ain't never been to Mexico. Just a hunch. The Hispanic dudes teaching white-ass JJ Watt a Mexican dance. Cringe 2.0. Wow, Mexican traffic moves really fast. Is it actual grasshopper? Bitch, he said it in the English for your white ass. Race guard me. Spoiler alert, he hated those grasshoppers. Matt Prater with a man's stash. It's Matt Prater, but he's got a really nice stash. I like
He
that.
does have a good stash.
It was cute when they made it look like the Cards weren't going to get boat raced. Stick that thing in there, James. Pause. Conductor Kittle is my favorite type of Kittle. Ah, there's the sad music of inevitability. You're right, Cliff. It's a really good team. Unlike one you coach. Fire Cliff. Fire Jefferson. And finally, wow, no video during the credits, huh? Even HBO is done with this team. So is Cliff. And that's 3 weeks worth of the Haters Guide to watching this bullshit. This is a shit show. Next week we'll have week 4.
Well done, Scott. By the way, Tank chiming in with a sip, chug, drain, pour for us. The guy that poured oil all on himself, Plaxico shooting himself, or JPP blowing his fingers off with fireworks. Drew, go.
JPP blowing his fingers off. I'll sip that all day because motherfucker came back and has made like 5 more years worth of NFL salary afterwards. So he clearly didn't need those fingers. I'm going to chug Plaxico because I got to be honest, man, when that happened and I realized he wasn't going to die, I would be laughing at his face for the rest of my life. Just like fucking, what's his name? Smokey and Friday. You got knocked the fuck out. And then I'm going to drain the pouring oil on yourself. Cause dude, look, like The other two were them being stupid idiot humans. This third one, like that shit can happen. Like I get it. Like
It was
you can
just an accident.
It just fucking happens, man. It's not like, throwing out your back, cutting your fingernails so you have to miss a start playing fucking baseball. But so that's where I'm going. Pour, drain, the dude pouring oil, chug, Plaxico shooting himself, and sip JPP blowing his hands off.
Scott, sip, chug, drain, pour.
Oh, man, you absolutely have to drain poor Plaxico shooting himself. He shot himself and had to do jail time. Like,
I forgot about that. Ain't that called double jeopardy? The fuck, man?
He shot himself and then went to jail. Like, that is the easy drain pour. I'm sipping, burning off all the fucking oil, burning off all the skin with the oil because I got to do, or I'm chugging that because I got to do that. And then you absolutely sip JPP coming back, and not only that, you get the yearly Twitter response from JPP about stop sending him the jokes about blowing off his fingers.
That's why I am going slightly different than you, Scott. I am definitely drain pouring Plaxico, pulling a Cheddar Bob and shooting himself in the leg, mainly because Cheddar Bob did it better.
Cheddar Bob.
Cheddar Bob also didn't have to go to jail, so Cheddar Bob wins.
Cheddar Bob did it way better.
I am chugging JPP because to your point, you have to be reminded of it every year. And then beyond that, you can't even hide it. Like you go to shake somebody's hand and they're like, hey, how's it going? What the fuck? Holy shit. Bro.
What happened here, son?
Hello. Hi. Nice to meet you. I'm over here. Hey, Rock, what do we do? I don't know what happened here. And then
it's his right hand?
Sip. I don't know which hand it is. And then I'm sipping the oil because that could be covered up with pants. That is a rough one, fellas.
Yeah, that is a rough one. That's like one of the first times that we've all had three different answers too. Like,
yeah,
that's true.
Usually two of us overlap. But
yeah, that's a good point.
In this case, I'm right and you're both wrong.
No, Plaxico 100% has got to be drain pour.
Yeah, I don't know how you're not drain.
Pour drain. Get it fucking right, man. COVID and no more.
Tank said pouring oil on yourself is medieval. That's the shit that happened to a bunch of conscripted farmers while they tried to raid a castle.
Yep.
And Matt Barr saying COVID and no more handshake.
God damn.
Give it Holy shit, guys!
What a great audience, guys.
He's great at fist bumping.
Yeah.
JPP, high three. Let's go.
Do you think he plays rock, paper, scissors with his friends?
Do I think his friends jokingly ask him to play rock, paper, scissors? 100%. Do I think he voluntarily ever plays it? No.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, goddamn, everybody. Caesar's here.
Hey, his little brother.
What's up, cuz? Hey, where's your, let's see your agent.
It's my friend's dad. He's crunching some numbers.
Oh, let's see him crunch some numbers. We're crunching fucking numbers. You press a button.
Tyson?
Let's see it, dude. Give us the 360-degree view, man.
Oh, God.
Do you have the car nearby, Caesar? Can we see the new Honda Civic that you got?
Bro, it's better than the fucking car that I was getting left on the side of the road for.
Yeah, it's also better than these ceiling tiles. Show us something better than this,
Please
man.
make sure you latch the hood.
How the fuck do I turn it?
Are you?
Oh,
look at that shit.
Nice.
Look at that. Oh.
Ah, that's an upgrade, my friend.
Yeah.
That is
you know what?
An upgrade.
That's the car of a college graduate, my friend.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, bro.
That's the car of somebody who made the mistake of asking Craft Brewed Sports for references on a job interview. You're screwed, bro. I hope you can make these payments.
Yeah, bro. It's a fucking movie. This is what I mean. I never showed y'all my car. This is my car.
Holy shit. I think there's a reason you never showed us your car.
That's the definition of run it into the ground, though. Like, that's the way to do it.
Matt Barr Caesar is saying, hopefully you use the lawyer's advice when it comes to drinking and driving in your new Civic. Don't.
Bro, that's what I do. Hold up.
Are we done crunching numbers?
Your business,
I have the title with me.
Tell them it's either 3% or nothing.
Wait,
you walk.
What are you getting on the trade-in? What's the trade-in value of your current car?
So this is the crazy part.
$50.
That's what it initially was.
Yep.
Holy shit.
It was. At first they wanted to give me just $500.
They were going to give you 500 for it. What'd you get them up to? What are they giving you for it now?
15.
1,500?
Caesar knows how to haggle, baby.
Big dog shit. Big dog shit. Big dog status. I ain't play with this shit.
Hey, speaking of big dog shit, Matt Barr chiming in saying that car is the reason he only has 7 Google Doc responses.
You got to double those doc responses, Caesar. That shit is going through the roof.
Bro, it's been going through the roof.
Uh-oh, he muted himself while he was talking.
No, I didn't mute shit. It was that fucking sound.
The air
bro, like it's crazy. Like the car fits 2 other people. It moves.
It moves.
All right, Caesar.
I think this is the hardest sale that the salesman ever had to make. Hey, this one right here, it moves.
hey, see how your current one just sits there? This one don't do that. All right, well, I'll take it then.
Like it was meant to be because like when someone ran into my fucking mirror, so I had to get a new one, right?
That's a nice looking new mirror, though. Nice and fresh.
Yeah, but these also are black.
Oh, so you're transferring.
Oh, so there's a problem with black mirrors, motherfucker?
Race car.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Can I have what did we talk about real quick? Because I think I have to go inside and give him my social.
No,
you should keep us on air for your social. We just want to hear that part.
Go take care of your business. We'll talk to you next week, Caesar.
USA. we lost, but it's all good. 2026. Notre Dame, you escaped us. Notre Dame. Don't think I don't know. You escaped the Rath University of Texas at Austin.
Oh boy,
you escaped it. Have fun at your holiday bowl. It's a joke.
Love you, man.
Love you.
I'll see you, sir.
I'll talk to you later, bro.
What's a bigger joke?
That was actually for what that was a dynamite drop in by
I mean,
Caesar.
that's intern Caesar at his finest, ladies and
It
gentlemen.
really was. Why did he show us his balls? Why did we have to see his balls at one point during that?
Because he
that's
said
how
he
we-
had big dog shit. Like
That's
he
how
was
we
like,
roll.
He's showing us his sack, I guess. I don't know.
No. Again,
The kids
Sarah
these
and
days,
Tank
man.
bailing us out in the comments. Yeah, because he's a dog.
Tank, dog, and haggling. Sarah hit him with the dog, and Gabe correcting. It's the Gator Bowl, not the Holiday Bowl.
Put
So
some respect
fuck you,
on that.
Caesar. Okay.
Oh.
Matt Barr with the interaction here. Let's recreate this. Here we go. Matt Barr says, "The salesman, cargo vroom, Caesar. You son of a bitch, I'm in." Guys, I had a take about the USFL and the XFL, but I think I might save it till next week because it's I don't want to derail the show with dumb bullshit takes.
Well,
right
because
now.
it's time to talk real football, right? Is that what you're alluding to after Caesar sign off?
Yeah, no, it's totally time to talk football.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
Oh, sorry, I meant
Interesting football.
baseball. Sorry, Mookie.
God, you
Got him.
assholes in your fucking hot stove league. Like, nobody even likes baseball. Why can't it just end? Just end already.
It
Fucking
never
Savannah
ends.
First
Bananas
of all,
ruined
I
everything.
wasn't even going to lead off with hot stove. I was going to lead off with the crime dog finally making it into the
that's
Hall
fair.
of Fame. Rightfully so.
Hell
Fred
yeah,
McGriff
baby.
Gets the votes needed from the modern era and gets elected into the Hall of Fame. Scott, as a Braves fan, as a Kenemansky fan, how great did you feel with that one?
I was actually a little shocked because I thought for sure that he wasn't getting in anymore. But then not only did he
No,
get
Tyson,
in,
I'm not doing your sip, chug, drain, pour. It's awful.
not only did he get in, he got 16 of the 16 votes, and
I
nobody
didn't
even
think he got
came.
16. I thought he got 12.
No,
Oh,
he
no,
got 16.
You're right. He got all the votes. Yeah.
He got every single vote. So it was like a
Right.
clean sweep of his contemporaries. Like, that's got to feel good after waiting that long. So good for Crime Dog.
Yeah,
man.
it's like a justification of like, look, they fucked this up, man. You deserve this. Don Mattingly was the next closest with 8. Kurt Schilling had 7. Dale Murphy had 6. And then Albert Bell, Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, and Rafael Palmeiro all had less than 4. So, Scott, what does this mean for the steroid guys, because like this was their shot. You didn't have the baseball writers who were holding a grudge. You had a committee comprised of executives, players, and like their peers. And basically the committee was like, nah, fuck you, Bonds, you're still out. Like we're not letting in steroid users into the Hall of Fame. Like, did you say thank God, Mookie?
Yeah, I did. Fuck them all. Anyways, now they got them to shut up. What up, Shitty? Good to see you back.
It's been a minute. Good to be back. Good seeing you, Shitty.
Yeah,
That's a
all
good
right,
name.
I guess we have to talk about the whack-a-ball situation that no one cares about. Do you realize that for every baseball fan there is in the world, there's like 4 cricket fans?
You got to understand cricket to understand what crumpet is. That's right. I'm quoting Ninja Turtles in 2022, baby.
I got nothing.
Oh, by the way, that means that these steroid users are fucked. Like I thought they were going to come a lot closer than they did. The fact that they all got less than 4, they ain't getting in, man. Like they can't even be. Now they have to wait 3 years. They're in this thing and they're not going to get.
Okay. I feel like, Mike, before you read it, you got to get the Dr. Dre.
Matt said Scott hit him with the Casey Jones, and Mookie is shooken.
Also, that was actually.
Sarah said crickets. No, that was not crickets. That was legit me not being able to breathe for like a good portion of time that Scott dropped this insane Ninja Turtle reference in the middle of a baseball segment. Like,
hey, Mookie was trying to derail it. I figured I was just going to go on ahead and run with it.
Yeah, and Shitty rightfully pointing out, that's enough for me. Same old stupid Mookie.
Hey, look, you know what?
Driving away fans, Mookie.
Look, all I'm saying, look, hey, now, first of all, he didn't say that was driving him away necessarily. Second of all, I just want to point out that Matt McConaughey would be very proud of me because I've achieved the same thing that co-eds do. Everyone else keeps getting older and older, and I just stayed the same.
Boo this man!
Now I'm talking hot stove because of that, Mookie. Now I'm talking hot stove. I was going to breeze past hot stove. We're getting close to the end of the show. We still got a lot of shit to talk about. I'm talking hot stove now just because of that.
Whatever. I just want to point out we've lost 3 viewers in the last 15 minutes that we've been talking baseball. But carry on. Carry on.
Scott, what do you make of these signings? Trey Turner getting $300 million over 11 years. DeGrom goes to Texas. The Mets replace him by bringing in Verlander. So far, it's been nothing but driving up the price for Aaron Judge. It's like,
dude, what's most mind-blowing is the news, and Matt Stanton, a friend of the show, Matt Stanton and I were talking about this earlier in the show because I saw his Facebook Messenger later than he had sent it. The fact that the Padres offered Trey Turner $342 million, and he turned that down for $300 million to play in Philadelphia. That is absurd for both sides. What in the fuck was San Diego doing offering him $342 million? And what in the fuck is Trey Turner doing turning $342 million down to stay in California to go to Philadelphia? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Ooh, cheesesteaks, bro. Cheesesteaks.
No,
come on.
Cheesesteaks are worth $42 million.
Hey, have you had a fucking cheesesteak in Philly? Like, Geno's knows what's up. Like,
there's no way it's worth $42 million.
Also, actually, serious question here. Serious question. What about state income tax? Because like California is ridiculous. So
well, yeah, but it makes up for it. I mean, like they were going
how? Okay, weed's legal. I'll give you that.
Over $42 million over what Philadelphia was going to pay. Like that
right.
definitely.
And
the
tax is going to take all of that taxes out
what
there.
What were the years on the San Diego deal? Because yes, $342 million, but we don't know what the years were. They
wasn't it the same 10?
It was 10?
Yeah,
it was less. No, because they're 11.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought it said 10.
If it's over 10 years, then seriously, what the fuck are you doing?
That's
Trey?
what I'm saying. Like,
holy shit.
you wanted to get back to
Especially
the
that
East
lineup?
Coast that bad.
Oh, that's insane.
I think
And I know that Philadelphia made the World Series, but they just got hot. Like San Diego is the better team on paper.
Right. For sure.
Speaking of hot and hot stove, Ryan McCarthy points out, watch out for Arson Judge. He's the hottest free agent in the market right now.
Dude, all of this hot stove stuff is just breaking my heart because I'm looking at the numbers that are being thrown around, and it just reminds me that my ownership group will never, ever, 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 ever pay this kind of money for a guy like Trey Turner or a guy like Aaron. Like, it's done. I see these, and I'm just like,
the numbers are
I
insane.
give a shit. I don't even care about watching baseball now because my team will never compete. Like, it's not going to happen. There's no way. There's absolutely
here's the only way you can do it. And I know the Braves have thrown their money around, so it's like it's a little bit different. But you got to do what they did.
Humble brag.
Like, you get these guys. No, but I'm saying you draft the guys. And I mean, if they're shitty at drafting, there's nothing you can do there. But it's like you have to draft these guys and then try to lock them up early where you pay them much lower and just roll the dice. Like, it may fuck the Braves in the ass that they signed all these guys for long-term deals if they don't pan out or they get hurt or whatever. But it's the only way that they can stay in it because even they can't throw $300 million out there for a fucking Trey Turner.
Dude, it's insane. The money is just absolutely stupid. There's been over $1 billion spent in free agency so far, and the winter meetings just started. Like, what the fuck are we doing? This is insane to me. All right, well, stop talking baseball.
Wait, no, again, I do have.
Now you want to talk baseball.
I do. I've got a serious question. Is Trey Turner worth that much money as far as what he could do for a club?
Yes. For now, the problem is
no, I don't want to talk about that anymore, Mike. I want to talk about what's on your screen.
But it's true for now.
Change my mind.
Let's talk soccer, kind of. U.S. men's national team eliminated. They lose to the Netherlands 3-1. Mookie is a defector. Yeah. He's not American.
Get that Dutch touch, baby.
A horrible person. But that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is Miss Croatia. Miss Croatia is literally ruining people's religion at the World Cup. Now, we heard all kinds of stories from Qatar about people saying, like, wow, they're going to make people dress a certain way and you're going to have to do. Apparently, that was all bullshit because these photos circulated around the internet. This is former Miss Croatia, Ivana Knoll, who was walking into a game and
look at that man.
Some gentlemen from Qatar with their son, and they glanced as she was wearing, literally just
look at that kid's
now this is
that kid needs to change his
different.
pants now.
This is very different from what they normally see walking around the streets of Qatar. She's wearing a bra and yoga pants in Croatia's colors. She's Miss Croatia. She's a very attractive woman. The best part about this wasn't just them breaking their necks to turn and see. It was what happened once she walked 3 steps down. And that's when they got out their phones and started taking pictures of her as she's walking down the steps.
I mean, bold move.
And son, that is why we keep the infidel women down. Holy shit. Hold on a second, son. God damn.
No VPN or no internet censorship can block me from this.
Qatar was talking about how they were going to install like tracking apps on people's phones. I don't think they have on these guys' phones because they would be in a whole shitload of trouble for this because they're just like, oh god damn.
Look at my man in the front row. Turn around and just fucking titties.
The dude in the front row turned around. You know he turned around and then just stayed there and was just like, oh, I'm looking for my friend up there. Hey, when you're coming back down, man, I got the seat over here.
Oh, don't worry, ma'am. I was just looking at your Coca-Cola you're bringing in.
I mean, that is a cool little carrying case she's got,
Oh my god.
For her 6-pack of Coca-Cola bottles.
Drew, how's Croatia doing in the World Cup? Where are they at?
They advanced actually. They were looking a little rough there early against Japan. But then they ended up turning it around and advanced on penalties, thankfully enough. But what's really the bigger story, in my opinion, today, Spain went down to Morocco.
Yes,
in
they
penalties.
did. That was a big upset.
Big time huge upset. Also, I love how
It's like the first time his phone was used for something other than a dick pic. I'm fucking dead. Look at his face.
The best was on Twitter. On Twitter, people were like defending it. And they're like, no, it's because they don't approve of what she's wearing, and they're probably reporting it.
His
Like,
face reeks of disapproval.
He's cheesing like a motherfucker. Well, the kid is mesmerized, clearly.
This dude's face does not say disapproval. That guy's face says, I am jerking off to this lady. And this kid's face says, why is my penis a lot bigger than it normally is?
I feel funny down there. Biscuit chiming in the chat saying she reminds me of a sexy Frisch's big boy. Tyson quoting the little kid saying, Father, I'm not ready for that jelly. And then my favorite, I think, is Matt Barr saying, my man saw Bob's and Vagine walk by and rethought his entire life. I don't know who Bob is, but he definitely saw the Vagine and was
boobs.
like, I know it's supposed to be boobs, stupid.
Dude, it's so true. Like, these guys they're like, the Western culture is awful. It's terrible.
Bro, we know what's up. Like, come on now.
Hold on a second. Hot damn.
Western influence might not be so bad around these here parts.
My God. Dad, tell me again why we make all our women cover all the way the fuck up.
No, you know that kid's young enough that he just be running up and taking a peek underneath all the time now. Like, I'm just curious.
That's your World Cup news for the week.
That's your World Cup news right there.
Oh my God.
Oh, and by the way, my kiss of death once again struck, and Belgium didn't even make it out of group stage. So
yeah, way to screw over Romelu Lukaku, you son of a
dude, you fucking nailed that.
He tried to score with this 24-inch penis and could not do it.
He could not.
Mookie.
Maybe he needed a 26-inch dick. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry,
God.
but yeah, that's my bad. So Jared, I'll come and pay up at some point soon.
I can't
Whoops.
believe Belgium didn't make it out. I can't believe Germany didn't make it out. Like, there's some crazy things from this World Cup, Drew.
But not the U.S. men losing. Saw that one coming a mile away. Hence the Netherlands gear. But
Yeah,
hey, what can I say? I played over there when I was a kid. It's all good.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Well, in my mind, I did.
I'm not gonna get over that. I'm not gonna get over
come
that
on,
photo
you know
the
you
rest
want it.
of this show.
Mike, it's not playing.
God.
Are you trying to play it? Berlin, are you having a seizure?
A Caesar? No, he's not having a Caesar.
He's definitely not having a seizure. This is the best the show has ever been. Is that because Mike's been silent?
No, I think it's that Croatia pick. I mean, it's got to be. That was.
It's
fucking
definitely the Croatia pick. That's why this is the best show has ever been.
Fair.
But I love it. We made a believer. We made a
What?
believer out of Tyson 2 minutes ago. He was, shitting on the,
Oh,
shitting on
this
the hard
dude's
knocks. of it.
gold.
Look, man. Just sit through hard knocks so you can get to the hard knockers, baby.
Hey-o. Yeah, because those things look firm.
You got to eat your vegetables to get dessert, goddammit.
You got
Right.
right. We gonna
don't get any
there.
dessert
We
if you
just
don't eat
gotta-
your meat.
It takes us a little bit to get going.
All right, quick story, and then we'll talk basketball real quick before we end the show. Joey Chestnut, guys, Joey Jaws went down. He lost at the shrimp cocktail
was
eating contest at St. Elmo's in Indianapolis. So they do this every year, Big Ten Championship week. They do the St. Elmo's shrimp cocktail contest. It's 8 years running. Joey Chestnut has the world record. He's won 8 years in a row. He lost. He didn't even place. He came in fourth. He only ate like 9 pounds of shrimp cocktail.
Only 9 pounds. What a fucking loser.
Yeah, Chode? What? Come on,
He's
man.
not invited back on the show anymore.
he said before the contest that he's not at 100% because he does have a leg injury. I don't know how that ties into competitive eating, but it does
Come on,
apparently.
you're standing. You got to have a solid base. You need that athletic bend to your knee. You know, you got to be able to shift your weight back and forth, jiggle up and down. Yeah, Tyson, I saw he says less hard knocks, more hard cocks. Tyson, this isn't that kind of show, buddy. You meant to open Grinder. That's the app you're looking for. But so a question about the St. Elmo's thing. How long do you have to hold the shrimp down for it to count?
You're not allowed to regurgitate. I don't know how long the actual time limit is, but yeah, you can't throw up or else you're disqualified. It's just like the hot dog eating contest, right? You got to have it down. But yeah, dude, 9 pounds is insane, and he didn't even place in the top 3.
Wait, what the hell did the winner take?
I don't know, but it was short of Joey Chestnut's record, which is like 18 pounds.
Oh, then clearly, who cares? Because this is not important to Joey.
Pounds? And their fucking shrimp cocktail is famous for being spicy as fuck too. Like,
yes, yeah, that's what I remember as well. The winner was who was it? Who's that? The dude, Esper dude, that's always like number 2 in the the hot dog eating contest. But
yeah, that guy. He's right on the tip of my tongue.
Shit though, like I know I would after this. It'd be like, I'll see your ass July 4th, motherfucker. This is just the beginning.
This leg's gonna heal up in time for me to jump down some glizzies, okay, motherfucker. I got you, Asper.
Don't worry, I win the one that all the bitches see.
That's right. That's right. He's
nobody sees the St. Elmo shit.
You got $3,000 in St. Elmo shrimp cocktail. I got the mustard belt, motherfucker. Come get it.
You mean he's got 13 mustard belts?
Bitch, I've been on Craft Brewed Sports. Where the fuck you been?
All right, let's talk a little basketball.
Boom shakalaka!
I want to say happy birthday to Giannis. Today is Giannis Antetokounmpo's birthday. Last night they were asking Giannis about what he was planning on doing for his birthday, and he had quite the answer that allowed Giannis to live up to his nickname of the Greek Freak. So let's hear from Giannis what he wants.
Can't hear shit.
But he's sitting with Homer.
He is sitting with the Homer Simpson.
You almost said Homer the Simpson.
I did. I mean, he's the Simpson. If we're gonna be honest,
can't hear him while you're talking, Mookie.
Can't hear him.
Still can't hear anyways. So try again.
Son of a bitch.
Should we try lip reading? Something. I like Oreos every night before bed. I like that 3-point shot I hit so much I winked at it.
He says that after the kids go to bed, he might get into something freaky is what he said he wants to do for his birthday. Giannis was like, maybe I'll get a watch, maybe hang out. Yeah, I don't want to go out to dinner because we got a game. I want to go through my training, but maybe after the kids go to bed, you never know what's going to happen. Maybe a little freaky. This is the same man that for Valentine's Day one year got a blowjob bell and went on Instagram and showed everybody the blowjob bell he got. Giannis lives up to the name, bro.
He rocked the fuck out of them Cream City jerseys too, so never forget. R.I.P. Cream City.
Cream City.
As long as Giannis is around, it'll always be Cream City. Goddamn it!
Thank you, Biscuit, for the correction. The winner of the contest this year ate 16.4 pounds.
Christ,
that's insane. And Tank rightfully pointing out you can't shovel shrimp with a bad MCL. Tyson now saying this is the most Craft Brewed Sports the show has ever been. I
don't know if that's compliment or not, but I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
I think it's just appropriate. It's just accurate. It's not a compliment. It's not a diss. It's just accurate.
Let's talk about these beers that we were drinking tonight, boys. Let's wrap this show up. Scott, we had a flight of BS Brews beers thanks to our good friend Sarah. She brought some up from Tennessee for us. Scott, which BS brew were you drinking? Where'd you bang it?
I had 3 Forks oatmeal stout, still 5.25%. Still 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink, baby. Delicious, crushable stout.
Mookie, would you bang it?
Oh, absolutely. These Barren Plains Amber Ale, yeah, it's just like every beautiful barren blonde I've been with. Whatever she'll let me do, I'm here anytime. You just call, I'll be there. I'm all in on this.
That beer's gonna dominate your ass.
I'm okay with it. You know,
tip me higher when you pour me, Mookie.
I'm just hey, look, you know, once you've been
You
with
little
Joe,
bitch.
once you've had the Joe Hall treatment, everything else is just kind of like
So Mookie's getting pegged by his beer.
Apparently, yep.
I was drinking Bell Hex. It's a Belgian strong. It's 8.9%. I feel great right now. I haven't even finished the growler yet. I feel fantastic. This is a great beer. 100% would bang. It tastes like bananas. I would put a banana in it.
Yes.
I don't know. I'd peel my banana for whatever metaphor you want to use. I'm fucking this beer is what I'm trying to say. Guys, this is a fucking crazy show tonight.
This shit got weird. Remember when I lost power? Holy fuck.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I saw that in the chat.
What the fuck?
Well, you're talking pre-show about like how rough it's been. You're like, I'm just in it, man. It's been tough. And then all of a sudden, mid-segment, that's your segment, the power just cuts off. Yep. You freeze. At first, I thought it was me, and I'm looking at Mookie, and I was like, okay, just change the camera to Mookie, see if he moves. And Mookie did, and I was like, okay, good. It's not me. But God damn it, now I got to fill the show with me and Mookie. We're screwed.
What's even worse is, for whatever reason, lights cut out behind me, right? All I could hear though, the sexy music was, or the rage music was still playing. I couldn't hear anything, so I'm still reading my notes. I'm like, the music's still playing. I know the lights are out. I'm like, did the lights just go out behind me? Fuck it, I'll just keep reading my notes. And I just kept reading. And then all of a sudden the music stopped, and I'm like, did we lose goddamn power?
Motherfucker, there's a black screen right in front. God damn it, man.
Well, no, the power, the computer's battery stayed on. So, like, I was still looking at everything. Like, the lights just went out. I was just like, okay, whatever.
It was enough of a delay that you could hear the audio before it actually failed on you.
Son of a bitch.
Yes, it was still a good time, man. What a great fucking show. Thank you to everybody who chimed in tonight, who hung out with us. Such a great comment section, as always. Cheers to you all. We will be back here next week. Be sure to follow the show at Crafty Sports on Twitter and Instagram. Go sub to the YouTube. I'm trying to get us 200 subscriptions before the end of the year. They're like 142. So go sub. Tell your friends to sub. Like, let's get these. These are rookie numbers. We got to pump these up. Go hit the bell. Do all that other bullshit that YouTube people tell you to do, because we want to get bigger numbers. Also, go join the Crafty Sports Facebook group. A lot of good time. There's a lot of good people in there, and you should totally check it out as well. If you like the show on your audio format, wherever you listen to it, subscribe, review, we're all over the place there. So go check us out there. We will see you all next week. We'll be here with this new car. Cheers, everybody.
I'm going to Croatia.
Can we get a +1?
Feel like poop right now.